Okay, join my manager Luke Garrard before we welcome Barnet for Derby Day tomorrow. You always mention that you try to keep a positive camp. I just wonder, after defeat on Monday, what was your reaction like during the week and how the team responded to that?
Yeah, we have a rule here, we have to be positive. It's tough at the minute, there's no secrets that we are going through an injury crisis to key personnel. And you look at a bank holiday weekend when you want to make the changes. Gateshead made 6, I think Barnet himself made 3 or 4, Halifax 3 or 4. You need to utilise the squad. We didn't have that to our disposal, and that's, again, no excuses, but it is facts. So frustration. You watch the game back, we should have been 2 or 3 to the good in the first half, and we're sitting 8th in the division and you could paper over the cracks. That's not the case. Currently 16th, 6th from 6th, and we're trying to get bodies back. You've been out there today doing your footage with regards to the training numbers. We had limited numbers trained yesterday. We had better numbers trained today, obviously in prep for tomorrow, but we'll have a side going out tomorrow to face Barnet in a Derby Day. Quite foreign, having it on the 2nd of September as opposed to over the festive period. But yeah, listen, we're in a crisis at the minute with regards to injuries, but it's something that we need to get on top of and ensure that we find positives on other things in terms of at the club and bringing personnel in to hopefully bolster what we've got available.
Yeah, talking about personnel, we've seen two loan signings come in today, including Regan Griffiths and Billy Sass-Davis. Can you just tell us about how they've integrated with the squad and what your initial assessment of them?
Business got done late last night, travelled down, the 2 lads, trained today. Obviously know a lot about Billy Sass-Davies. He's played at a level, whether that's with Altrincham, Yeovil or Woking. With Regan, done a lot of homework on Regan. He's played 50-60 games for Crewe himself, was on loan at Notts County in the division a couple of years ago, played 15 to 20 games for Ian Birchnell. Spoke to Ian at length about him, and just first impressions of the boys is very good. They go straight into the squad tomorrow, available for selection. But again, like I said, it's personnel we need at the minute, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they come in now down a shirt, and we believe they can be good value to what we've got in the building.
Yeah, it is a Derby Day then tomorrow. Obviously, so some brilliant ties with Barnet last season. What does it mean for you, and what's been your message to the players to try and highlight how big this game is?
There's personnel in there, probably 60 to 70% of the group already know what the severity of the game is. I don't need to build it up. Obviously touched on it with the newbies being Kwesi, Weirlo, the 2 lads today, Charlie Owens, Liam O'Neill, just obviously what it's like. Over the years we've played them over the festive period. Like I said, I've really enjoyed them games. It signifies Boxing Day for me, and it signifies New Year's Day. Again, to play them on September the 2nd, slightly foreign, but it's going to be a tough test tomorrow. They're a very good side. He's done a fantastic job since he took the reins. You've seen year on year there's progression, and that's all we can ask as a chairman and as a club and as a supporter, that they bring stability and they bring progression to the first team, and he's done that. His recruitment again this year has been very good, but it's a Derby Day, and I said to the group after losing 4-0, it's a great opportunity to repay the fans on Monday and to make some wrongs right come 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, what are you expecting then from Barnet?
They've played different shapes. They got personnel in there that can dovetail between the 2 or 3 shapes they've played. Kabamba's been a vocal point for them for the last 2.5 years. He got a hat-trick on Saturday. They ring the areas in terms of when they go into him, whether that was with a flat 3 or a top of the box with Brunty, Pritchard and Kanu. Get their width through Winter, Reesall, Johnson or Coker. And they're very daring and resilient when it comes to high lines and 1v1 defending. Obviously we were successful in the quarter-final at their place with the 1v1 on Potter. We're not making no bones about it. We're looking to isolate that again, where they'll see weaknesses in our game, but they've started like a house on fire. They've got, I believe, 13 points from 6 games. They've scored a load of goals, which his team does, but they have goals against. So for us, we need to implement everything that I ask of the group. If they can go and deliver on a game plan, we know what their threats are and they have many. We need to ensure that we nullify them and go about our game tomorrow. And it's our place. We need to make this place buoyant, the atmosphere lively, and we need to give the fans something to shout about.
And just we'll touch on injuries. Obviously, you mentioned there that it's still in a bit of an injury crisis. Can you just give us an update on who we can expect to see back soon?
I don't have enough fingers. Obviously, Payne's still a couple of weeks away. Mosagaf goes in for his operation tomorrow. I'm fortunate that he has to have an operation, which will probably see him sidelined for about 16 weeks. Angel Blanter's still on his way back. We've got David Agbon-Toma that's nearing a return. David Stevens got a little niggle, but we're assuming he's going to be fit and available for selection tomorrow. Eriko's nearing a return. And yeah, so at the minute there's 6 to 7 lads there that would play a massive part in our season. We're hopeful that we'll get the 6 back sooner rather than later, as opposed to obviously Mo. He's going to be out sidelined now for 4 months as a minimum. The beautiful thing is we've dealt with this injury before, whether that was with Ashmore. He's going to the same surgeon, so again we know the rules on that, and he's going to be a massive loss. But he needs to bring value to the group off the field, and he's an infectious character, so he'll bring that energy from the sidelines.
What is your message to the squad when you have all these injuries, and how do you maintain the camp and get them excited for a game like this?
The 2 lads walked in today, no one was expecting them other than the staff and the hierarchy, and it brought an energy, because you can see that we had 11 recognised outfield players on Saturday and Monday. Obviously Timmy Abrahams was the only real sub. We had Martin Brennan because Koju had an illness. We had Liam Miller that's not kicked a ball in competitive football for the side. So there is a little bit of a low, because you're looking around seeing who can change the game, and to only have 1 recognised sub available, it's tough. And especially, like I suggest, on a Saturday to a Monday. You see that our performance on Saturday warranted a win, in my opinion. I felt our first half in the game against Oxford City warranted us taking the lead, and you can see that we'd probably hit a wall with the latter stages of the game. But bringing the 2 lads in today, they're 2 Northerners. Regan's a proper Scouser, so he's got all that slang, and he brought an energy to the group already. So it's about maintaining that, being positive as best we can. Listen, I'm as frustrated as anyone. It's not the points return that we expect. It's not the points return that we wanted. I am appreciative of what we're going through in terms of the injuries. Hopefully that over the course of the season evens out, because you can't go without your main men. We are trying to find solutions. I'm very thankful for the chairman to do the business that he did yesterday for the 2 new lads. He's just told me then go and get another one. So he can't do no more. It's over to us now as a management team and a playing staff to go and put on a performance to warrant 3 points tomorrow.